Where are Chris and Billy today on what happened to the Dolphins last night? And just forgive us for tone change here, but you guys came in today, and I heard Stugotz saying something about Billy saying that he does not have to concede to Chris Sims.
He doesn't have to concede. I'll let Billy speak to him for himself, but I also told Billy that the Chargers won.
Billy is always speaking to himself.
Yes, so he should speak for himself as it relates to his feelings on everything that happened with Tua, Mike McDaniel. I thought it was funny. Like, I have never seen an intentional grounding 40 yards down the field. Tua was bad. Oh, my God.
What are the last two games? Because people are pointing out, Chris Cody, Somebody wrote on Twitter, since Chris Cody, this curse, this bum, said the Dolphins are always good for 30 points on offense. He's confident, even though Dolphin failures have been plaguing him through generations. His father's selling the book about 50 years of Dolphins because they always do this in December. And here, since you've said always good for 30 points, they've scored 17 points twice and are 0-2.
Oh, I was the only one saying their offense was good. Yeah. I was out here on an island. Come on. I mean, they're good.
I said I was surprised every time they didn't score, so I was with you.
What was that? Explain it to me, because this was... Billy announced before this game that Herbert against Tua, this was the announcement on who's the better quarterback. And Gino Camarilla, or Camari, I don't know how to pronounce this person's name.
Gino?
Camilleri, he gives the stat that Justin Herbert now has more completions, 39, than Emmanuel Acho has career tackles. Because this is where we've gotten to with Tua versus Herbert, and Herbert kicked Tua's ass. And what was that?
Dan, what you have to learn. And look, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I need to go back and I need to watch the game tape because I had it on mute because I was watching the White Lotus finale. Yeah, I couldn't.
Don't spoil it for me. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it yet. Don't spoil it.
I won't spoil anything, but Dan, I got to be honest with you, respectfully, your White Lotus take, one of the worst takes in the history of the show.
People love White Lotus, and I just not.
Well, because you're missing out, I think. And look, again, I don't want to upset you. I think this is an age discrepancy thing. You know what I mean? Like, I think what's happening is that the White Lotus. I'll be honest with you, I didn't know what the hell I was watching, and I think a lot of people watching don't know what the hell they're watching, and they don't know that they don't know what they're watching. And social media, especially TikTok, I've gotten sent so many TikToks where they break absolutely everything down. It's like a whole different thing. Like, if you watch this show along with TikTok, there's someone who's like an art history graduate who goes through how specific the art on the wall is, what the art can tell you, what the jewelry they're wearing is telling you.
Everything good about this show.
You're missing all
the good stuff.
You're missing all the subtle things that are in there where you learn that Mike White is apparently a crazy person where nothing is a coincidence on the show, not even what they're wearing, not the tattoos that the people have, not the teams that they're rooting for. Everything has a purpose, or it's a red herring to throw you off. Like, it's incredible how detailed everything was on the show and designed for people to catch it and have them go in different directions.
So I have to like art to appreciate the show? Get out of here. Give me FBI International.
I've been watching a show like Stugotz. I've missed all of that.
I have two, by the way. I 100% have two because, look, I took art history in 11th grade, and then that's the end of my art history experience. No, I did. I had to.
A lot of shows have like themes or motifs that people don't.
Oh, motif! I don't want a motif with my show.
Every show has something like that.
Just give me meat and potatoes.
No, guys, I'm telling you, it's fun when you go and you watch someone break it down, art history for you in 90 seconds. Oh, it's incredible.
Right, let me, please, Billy. Thank you.
Hey.
We'll get to two in a second.
Do a deflection, though. By the way,
yes.
Excellent job.
We didn't get a single thought, though.
No, we haven't gotten a thought from him yet. He was crowd surfing Saturday. I don't even know him anymore. and now he's arguing on behalf of White Lotus, but I stand corrected. You don't get a weekend to take back a take because I've got to now go back and watch this show more closely because I have missed much of
I just don't think you get the show.
I don't, clearly.
You don't get the show.
You haven't seen the last one? I have not seen the last one yet.
I was watching the Dolphins. I was taking a nap. I was sleeping. I fell asleep at 8 o'clock last night.
An 8 o'clock nap is sleeping. Yeah, that's your
Let's
sleep
go in the
for
bed.
night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan, I got to take about the game.
Put it on the poll, though, please, Guillermo. Is an 8 p.m. nap sleeping? Because
That's sleeping.
that's not napping anymore.
Did you wake up this morning from your nap? Because then it's you went to bed.
Anything after 6 p.m. is just sleeping.
Well, let's talk about this for a second. Is that the time? Is that the time?
I think for me,
6? What
Jessica,
if you
I
sleep
think-
from
I
6
don't
to 7? That's a nap.
I think that's a nap. You could do a 6 to 7 nap. I've
you
done
just
it
woke
before.
up.
I think 8 o'clock is where you draw the line. That's bedtime.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay,
it
it was 8:20. I saw C asterisks. I saw all of that stuff happen. I watched the first drive of the game, and then I fell asleep on the couch. It was a couch nap.
I love it.
And then I woke up at maybe 11, 10:30, 11. Fourth quarter, I went online. I saw box score 3 for 18. I said, what's going on? What's happened in this game? He has 25 yards. Holy shit. And then I fell back asleep in my bed.
Yeah,
So it
that's
was a nap,
just you
and then I
fell
went to
asleep at
bed.
8 on the couch. You woke
Yeah.
up and then went to your bed.
It's a bad night's sleep, yeah.
That's
But no,
Happens.
I think she experienced, if you did not see the game, if America was just tuning in for the first time in prime time to watch the one game because not everyone has DirecTV, and it's like Tua versus Herbert, showdown among the young quarterbacks. And you've got so many entertainment options like White Lotus, and you're exhausted from Moss, and it's 8 p.m.
Hungover, too.
and exhausted and hungover from a party where, again, Billy crowd surfed. And I believe Jessica watched that game correctly and woke up confused. Now, I watched the game by watching the game and woke up confused.
It was a weird game. Chris Collinsworth was really confused. He kept saying the whole game, "What is happening tonight?"
Yeah.
And I think we all
It was a
were.
weird
The Chargers were
Yeah.
playing defense.
But
Yeah.
I want
It was
you guys,
weird.
I want you guys to imagine, okay, that somehow some creature in today's America has only experienced the Dolphins through this show. And for the first time, he or she decides to turn on the television last night and be like, this Herbert Tua thing, what's that all about?
Yeah, not good for us.
And now this is the only information I have. The way this season has been talked about by this show and that game last night, we're all Chris Collinsworth. What the hell happened there?
I have a take on it.
Really?
McDaniel got out coached.
Yeah,
it wasn't
There
to
you
his
go.
fault.
That a boy.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
The league,
Good
the
job.
last 2 weeks, has made an
Yep.
adjustment. McDaniel came on the scene and was like, wow, they're throwing the ball everywhere. In the last 2 weeks, the defense is like, let's back up. Everybody, linebackers, linemen, everybody. We're not going to rush anybody.
Yeah.
Let's back up.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
No, listen.
No.
If you're going to give the coach credit for Tua's success, you got to criticize him when it doesn't go well. Yeah, Chris is right
No,
about this.
to
They
Chris-
engaged none.
Yeah. To Chris's point, Collinsworth was saying, defensive have been playing him at 13 yards. They're just playing him at 18, and they're completely taking away the middle.
McDaniel has to adjust to the adjustment.
Yeah.
That's what the good ones do. I'm
That-
serious.
yeah.
And on defense, we're engaged aiding, and they're just like, oh, we'll just throw a little short pass and run for 12 yards. It's
Yeah.
like we have to make an adjustment.
Yeah.
The last 2 weeks, I think I'm not saying Tua played great. Obviously, he
Well,
didn't.
yeah.
But I'm looking more at McDaniel the last 2
Billy,
weeks.
what was that sound?
Well, no, Billy, I know that sound, and
Yeah.
Billy's right.
Thank you.
And what Billy's saying with that sound is, if you're McDaniel, you need to not leave your quarterback out to dry like that. You got to make the adjustments in game,
He
right?
can
Bill?
only play the calls that are called. You know what I mean? We know we have a quarterback, but do we have a coach?
Yep.
Because that's the thing that's
Great
going on.
question.
Wait,
Everyone,
he can only play the calls that are called, Tua?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep. That's who he is.
Nope,
That's
he
what
can
he's
only
all
play the
about.
calls. He's a
Yep.
team player. He's
When
not
Billy
going to
does
go
this,
out
I
there.
feel like my point gets lost.
Not at
I'm
all.
making a real. My
I
voice,
am
I'm sorry.
too.
I'm making a real McDaniel point.
Same.
And when Billy's behind me, it makes it seem like
I'm
we're all
just-
just doing jazz
Well,
hands.
this is the thing, and this is Billy. This is where he crowds.
What do you mean?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, there it is.
What's Billy doing? I mean-
You see, Chris.
I'm
That's
just saying.
I'm
that's how
gonna play the hit. I'll just
predictable-
be Billy.
No, Billy,
Wait,
what do you mean?
Billy, look,
Hey.
you are cornered and you are an evil cat, and you can climb
I'm a
all
dog.
over the walls here and distract us with, hey, all of a sudden I care deeply about White Lotus and art.
I do.
Let me talk your
Art
ear
history.
off so that you don't notice.
I'm going to send you the TikToks.
So that you don't notice, I was wearing a Tua jersey Saturday night,
Yeah.
and as soon as I got
And?
on this bandwagon, the wheels fall off.
I drove this bandwagon just so we're on the same page.
There's a wheel on fire. It's flown into the crowd, and it's scarred the faces of believers. Tuanon is in the dirt today. day.
Well-
crushed by Herbert, who has more completions in a night than Acho has tackles in a career.
Let down by a coach.
Yeah, exactly right. You know what? If you're getting off now on Tua, then go to hell. We don't want you back.
I'm not getting
Don't
off.
come back in the
You're
playoffs.
allowed to
Go
say
away.
that he hasn't played well the last
No,
2 games.
look,
I'm
guys.
still a Tua guy.
Guys, listen to me, okay? Listen. You know what I learned? And it was preached to me all week long when we were headed up to what we thought was going to be the defining moment of the 2019 draft. We said this is going to be the Tua Herbert Super Bowl. And you know what everybody said that thought that things might go sideways in the other way so that Herbert would look bad? You know what they said? They said, guys, you need to remember, it's not Tua versus Herbert. They're not playing against each other. They're both quarterbacking. So you know what? Am I going to say that Justin Herbert looked bad? Absolutely not. I'm not going to say that. Did Tua look great? No. He didn't look great from what I saw, but again, half of the game was on mute because I was watching something else at the time, right?
White Lotus.
White Lotus, exactly. The season
Maybe
finale-
the dead body in episode 1 of White Lotus was 2 and on the whole time.
Oh
I
no, we
missed
know
it.
who the dead body was.
Don't
I'm not going to
missed
tell
it.
you who it was,
was
but we
it?
know who it was.
No, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it for people.
I'm not gonna spoil it for anyone, but I will say this, Dan. I will say this.
It's me.
There was lots of people.
Wait, that was Ethel Merman.
Or Taylor Swift.
There were lots of people what?
There were lots of people who wanted to say that, you know what, Tua's success was only because of Mike McDaniel, but now Tua's failure because of Tua? I don't know.
I'm